How's it going? I forgot to do my intro for a second, but we're continuing working on the kitbot. This weekend is I3 Detroit. We're not personally going to it, but the week after this we'll be going to um, Harbor City Riot. But for now we're just finishing this up. We're most of the way there. We're pretty far along. So I'm feeling pretty good about the progress we've made so far. Eventually I'll need to give it a top, hold down the drive motors, and finish up the lifter, as well as put a top on it. And I also want some forks. I need to get some forks in there. So first I'll get the front built. Oh yeah, I was in the middle of making a dimension. And I was remembering, I'm like, oh yeah, I should actually start the stream. That would be a smart thing to do. We'll see. Oh, it's in the assembly, isn't it? Oh, it's King Pie. I haven't seen you in a while. King Pie Games. Long time no see. I'm not even sure if you've seen this robot. I've been busy with this one. I've been cooking. A 60-degree angle. Sorry, I'm having dramatic music on the playing, mostly because I was trying to scope out some music for some of the videos for the fights and stuff. We'll go in the opposite direction. I always like to protect, at least I feel like you should always be protecting your wheels at least from the front. Like realistically protecting them, like you don't necessarily need wheel guards in my opinion, but you need, at least from the front, you need something, because otherwise you're just asking for trouble. I'm trying to think of how I'm going to add forks to this. An eloquent way to, because although having the front like this, it's making it really hard to add forks. Because also I'm trying to almost avoid using a like a shoulder bolt, because shoulder bolts are expensive, and that's not what I'm going for this robot. I say that while my last robot has like entirely too many shoulder bolts. Hmm. Actually, we're gonna. Why? How could it possibly be already mad at me? Contains dimension or relationship, but no longer exists. Okay. Are you going to tell me which one it is? Oh, it's this one. Oh, it's because I hid the other one. It is a lifter, technically. Um, I, like everyone, am designing my own robot kit. I have a certain plan with this one though. It's gonna be like a free design, like it's gonna be like a free plastic ant design that I'm going to have available. Because I figured after I tore apart the Team Malice one, the how should I put it? Their one, I feel like I should make my own, I guess. Fix this real quick. That's why I suppressed it. But there we go. But yeah, I just felt that I should make my own. I'm also going to have it tie into some more videos that I have planned. Like, basically, the plan is to design videos around teaching people how to use this and use lessons built around this. I also have plans to I was gonna go through a whole bunch of lessons around it, like how to construct it, designing lifters, different components. Because I feel like with a lot, it's hard to like give advice because everybody is using a different bot. But if I'm like, hey, here's this one, I'm just going to talk about this one specifically, without like necessarily having to be like, hey, buy this thing to someone who isn't, sponsored or whatever. If I do that, thing is, trying to think of a way to add forks that's better than the way I did previously. Mirror the feature. And then what I want to do, call this a, do you want to do 4 millimeter? I'm just trying to think of because I'm like, if if I'm telling people to buy it, like having people buy it, I guess I could try to use a machine screw at least. Yeah, we're not gonna overthink it, so we're gonna make this just a little over 3 millimeters. 3, 4. Fuck. Doesn't do that there. I think 30 millimeters probably the right number. We'll do 31. Allow for... that was meant to be a... that was meant to be a cut, not a extrude. Or not a boss. No, that's not what I want to do. I want to actually have the sketch plane here. We want to do... we want room for the forks. Get collinear. That. I think we'll probably... since we'll probably want them to be... let me see something real quick. Whoops. There we go. I just want to check something real quick. Okay. So yeah, we'll probably do 5 millimeters or so. 5.5. Then we'll want to mirror that. Mirror about the right plane. Hmm. Now I'm just thinking, because I'm like a machine screw is like a cop out, but okay, let me add a... I want to make this a little bit prettier. Then we have to make a plane. This point. There at that point. Forgot where it's going. Not quite. We're not quite there. Need another point. And on axis. Trying to make it a little bit pretty. Is that the look I want? No, that's not what I want to do. Right point. Feature. Okay. Um. I like changing the color of some things because that way I can actually tell what some things are supposed to be. That's too dark. Okay, light black. That way it doesn't, I was blending in too much with the body of the robot in my opinion. I'm gonna have to create lifter forks. Rename this. V1 lifter forks. I want to edit it and basically make it off of this. Do that and that. We want to do something like this. Do that to be tangent. Because what we're trying to do that collinear with this. Basically, I want this to come down. Okay, and then we... Right, I thought I downloaded this one. 60 degrees. So I'm debating. Yeah, I think I practically want this to be. $26 seems about right. Well, we at least want some leeway, I think. I think we actually do want this to come right above this. And this should be just above, I think. I think we want this collinear to this. No, not collinear. Parallel. Actually, now that I think about it, I think I want this a little bit further in. I think we want this to be... Yeah, I think I want this line to basically continue through, or practically basically continue through. Think? We want this to be... It just depends on... Oh yeah, we also have to worry about how long this is. Okay, that's a bit much. We want this about 3 millimeters, I think. 4 maybe? 4. Because 3 seem thin. Because that looks fine there. I don't like that. Actually, before we go too much into that, I do want to change the body a little bit. I want to edit this sketch actually, which requires literally breaking it. Yeah, we're gonna break everything. Well, it still needs to be 60 degrees. Therefore, I want this to be like 3 millimeters. I broke something. Oh my god, why are you so hopeless? Um, yeah, I think we want to alter. What's your drive setup like? The drive setup is it's it's an N20 going to a little gear that drives two wheels, and they're supposed to be essentially Lego tires, but they're Lego tires with gears on them. I just modified the Lego tires that someone else designed to have gears on them. What was I doing? I was trying to fix. There's something I was trying to change. I want to change how far this goes out. Is this 30? We don't need to protect their tires that much. Why are we pretending like that line isn't there anymore? That's the one thing that should have been fine. Didn't change. It feels so thin. Actually, now I'm realizing the one underneath it doesn't have to be. Wait. Oh, fuck. What are you so freaking pissed about? Oh, grow up. Okay, back to what I was trying to do. Yeah, because this, I don't like how this looks at all. Looks hideous. That's not the part I want to change. I chose N20s because I was looking to try to make something cheap. This is where I want the 60-degree angle for that, not necessarily. Oh, I think they're still technically parallel though. Don't necessarily want these parallel. I feel like I'm doing something wrong. I don't like the look of this. Basically, what I'm imagining, this being essentially parallel to that coming down here, that going like there. That being a little more subtle and this being more steep. This has to be, I want this 60 degrees. 60 degrees of parallel, essentially. It's horizontal. That's still 26. Okay, and this needs to be just dictating everything. Oh no, that's how high this is dictating it. So we'll just make this 15, I guess. Be almost no, a little bit. 16? Good enough. A little bit of a nubbin. Trying to think this through. No, I don't like that. It needs to be bigger. 140. Actually, no, we'll do it the old-fashioned way. Do 8 millimeters that way. Oh, wrong direction. Seven millimeters that way. Oh yeah. $15, I guess. There's no reason there really needs to be anything right there. Okay, so that's basically being a little bit of a chunk there. Okay. Actually, I think this hole should be. Thing is, I want it still aligned to that hole, but I don't. Actually, no, that's not. I don't want it to be the exact hole is the problem. Okay. Just want to fix those points. This should be like 3.4. Actually, no, it should be like, we'll make it like 3.5. We're not trying to thread into it. Fix that. Fix it. And then make it equal to that. Fixing it should theoretically be fine. Okay. 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 Now to keep moving. Keep her moving. Okay. We need to go. Some of that. For entities, that one. Mostly because this will act kind of like a fillet so when it gets hit, we're not having quite as much be transferred through. Up to surface. And then mirror, I guess. Fuck. It's fine. Making my life difficult. There we go. It's gonna be such a goofy bot. And then we just need to do this. That. That, and then we're good. Actually, also, I need to add. Okay. We need holes. We need screw holes for the lid. We're gonna. Oh yeah, and I forgot where I was trying to think of where I was gonna put the switch. Okay. That one. I think what I want for this switch is I think I want it to be tucked. I want it to be tucked behind, I think, the, what's it called? N20. But I think before we do that, I think we want to make so I think we're gonna finish. I think next time I work on that, I don't think it'll be quite this time, but maybe, or maybe it will be tonight. Depending on how motivated I am, either tonight or the next time I work on. We should be able to finish the lifter one. Because I'm also working on what is essentially going to be a what's the word I'm looking for? Spinner configuration. The whole point of the spinner configuration is that way I can talk about spinners in a separate breath as when I'm talking about lifters. Actually, no, that's not what I changed my mind. I never put in. I want to insert the finger tight switch. Browse. Too far back. Purchase parts. Don't get too excited if you see something there that looks interesting. There's a lot of stuff that I've put into things that I've never ended up using. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to put this at that. I want to mate that to this. Because the idea is I just want to like kind of utilize where there's already features instead of making it too much of its own feature. I'm going to tuck it there. Okay, so then we're gonna I think I'm gonna make this symmetrical. Even though I'm planning on obviously having the battery on this side because the servo's on the other side. I'm gonna make it also I kinda wanna make it idiot proof. Not to call anybody that's watching an idiot, but there might be other viewers. It's not you. You're not the idiot. It's someone else. Totally not you that I'm trying to make it idiot proof for. I'm trying to go further in. No, I think we want to be able to get it out. Actually, before we do that, mirror entities. Yes. Such an gonna be a weird robot. It'll be really awkward if I make it and it's like overweight and I'm like, ugh. That's embarrassing. This is meant to be like pretty easy. Like ideally this is supposed to be like well underweight, but that'd be kind of funny if I made it overweight. Okay, so we got that going on. Okay, then we got to do the 3mm hole. I got to get in the habit. it's good to have it to always have everything like determined on one side of the robot. So that way you're not switching it up every single time. That way when you go to edit things later, you know which side to go on. So we want what the fuck? Okay. Being weird, SolidWorks. Okay. Okay, I knew that hole looked freaking huge. I think we want to be like millimeter off of that. And like millimeter off of that, essentially. Oh, that might be generous, actually. Actually, no. Never mind. 0. If we have it be basically horizontal, vertical. Yeah. I think we want the front to go to here, not past to there. We want to go probably a couple. I mean, that seems like more millimeters than we need. Actually, we'll make it 4. That's 5. And then we want to be weirdly large amount of material there, but whatever. Here, entities. Right plane, and then we want to go 7 millimeters deep. Okay, now we're gonna work on a new part. I want to do this, I guess, straps, for lack of a better term. How deep do I make these holes? Oh no, I want document settings. Yeah, there's a lot of. I'm planning on a lot of. Every plastite screw is gonna be 8 millimeters long. Is the plan. Here we got new parts assembly. Okay, we are going to rename that. V1. We're gonna name it and then we're gonna edit. And then we're not gonna be threading into this so much. Equal. Like 5. Nope. Blind. 2 millimeters. And then we're going to actually I changed my mind. I want to add fillets. Just teeny tiny, the smallest fillets. And not make the corner so sharp. Okay, and then we got that going. No, I was gonna edit the appearance. Nope. Appearance. Do the light black for that. And then we're going to open and insert another one. We just want to keep the motor in place, essentially. We're gonna want to do anything too creative. Keep those concentric, and we're perfect. We're just gonna put PET as the material for everything. For now. We're just gonna change the colors of everything, but because this is gonna be obviously without 3D printing works, it's a little more complicated than that, but this just gives it something to be, because if it's nothing, I don't like how that overrides the material for some fucking weird reason. Because I still gave it an appearance. Okay, because I wanted those black, because those are more like I like to make my rigid materials black, because that's what I would, just so I can tell the difference a lot quicker. Okay, so we're back to editing this. Sorry about that. I just burped in your ears. I'm gonna do that. A little bit of that. Clean up some of this a little bit. Make it feel a little more clean. There. Oh, no, no, not that face. Wait, what I want. Actually, yeah, we kind of do want it there. And there. Where else do we want to filletify? Maybe a little bit of that. Just to make it slide in a little bit easier, maybe. Okay, then we got that going. Okay, so now we gotta make a top. Aim. V1 top. Part. Then we wanna this. Yeah. Actually, no. We want to start here. Sketchify. Front right. 5. These all equal to each other. Equal. And then we got that going. Okay, then we want to get pretty much go for nope. Yep, that way to here. Here. Oh. I know I want to go further up than that. We want to make this collinear with that at least. That way we can also sort of cover up these sides. We want to go kind of like that. We still want to go across the edge, but I think we'll cut over essentially. I don't know what I did. That's not what I wanted to do. Linear. What was I gonna do? I wanted this to be, I don't know, we'll just make that 10 and 10, I guess. Just to make it. It feels silly, almost, like how much materials behind it, like how much of a lip we did. Makes me want to go like further that way. Okay. One more go a little bit further there, close to that. Two millimeters feels correct. Then I think we'll add basically some simple fillets, little 2mm ones maybe. To make it feel less harsh. Make the sharp parts feel less sharp. And then, okay, so again, actually, wait. I forgot about one key part. I need to make a hole for the switch. We just need, yeah, we need access to that button. Then we want to do. Nice to. Thanks. I'm glad I can help. I'm just trying to think out loud. Think about what I'm doing. I just trying to make. It's always annoying when you forget to make the hole for the switch. Because I know when I made one by hand, that was like an afterthought, and I was like, oh, crap. You're like, wait, how do I turn this on? Although more annoying than the hole, it's like, I always forget, oh, this needs to like mount somewhere. Like, I don't want it just like chilling in there. But just like in free space and not, but. Okay. So while we're editing that, we'll just mirror everything. I'm actually almost done with this configuration, I think. Although there's definitely something that I'm forgetting. I'm gonna like get the whole way through and just be like, ah, shit. There we go. Oh, I need forks. I haven't added forks yet. That'll do it. That was what I was forgetting the whole time. Yeah, I kind of stole the idea. It's not so, to be fair. Although I'm realizing a problem this is gonna run into all that. I don't know if I left enough room. This'll work. Okay. I think I just need to raise this. Yeah, a lot of times I see it's not just stealing from sometimes I do stuff I did before. I look at what other people did and like, ooh, I really like that. Actually, I kind of want to something similar. Yeah, helical gears for helical gears for the weapon. That's what I want to do. I want to do something like this and then make it a little bit offset instead. Actually, I probably don't even need to go that high. Is that I'm trying because isn't that typically when you things are like higher speed or I'm just trying to get through the thought process behind it using a helical gear. Because I know for a lot of high speed applications that can be better. This music is loud as hell for me. 1 second. There we go. Because the music's turned down for you. Main reason yeah. I know what you mean with the servo. With the... Yeah, it's kind of hard to have any 3D printed part into any servo spline. It pretty much always leads to bad results in my experience. I was kind of almost considering like literally putting a servo horn inside the gear. Because that's what I do with some things is have like the servo, because the servo horn's like much better designed for that sort of thing. Oh, I need to fix that. Oh, I just broke everything. Oh. There we go. I just wanted to attach it to that. There we go. SSP style. What is it's so upset at? Oh, really? That's what the problem is? Oh, I need to well, I need to fix this. Just breaking everything. Yeah, direct drive to the horn. Oh, it's because I fixed it, unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah, direct drive to the horn I think often works, but I was thinking like, oh come on, direct drive to the horn, but still indirect, but having this arm itself, like having going the gear to horn, like having the gear inside the horn. God damn it! Why is it? What the hell? Kind of. What the fuck? God damn it! Why? Sometimes I swear, SolidWorks just makes shit up. Trying to figure out what relation is preventing this from moving. Yeah, because this one I kind of based it off of a. Yeah, because I don't like the idea of having the servo going directly into the weapon. Oh my god, what is going on? Okay, why can't you move? Okay, what is this relation to? That's fine. Wait, what's this tangent to? Oh my god. Drive me nuts. Okay, we're gonna get rid of that for now. God. There's no reason for this to be acting like that. You know what? This probably should be tangent to that anyway. Oh my god. There we go. Fine, make me do it the hard way. I mean, I think in plastic ants, it's much less of a worry to like the direct drive, because I think on a plastic ant, you're not getting hit by the same. The plastic part will break a lot quicker. Yeah, because isolating the. Okay, what did I break? I don't understand how that happened, but oh, that's why that happened. What are you doing, SolidWorks? No, I did not ask for this. Oh yeah, standard. I mean, yeah, standard servo can take a lot. FC. Yeah, I guess the TPU flex depends on if you have the weapon made out of TPU. I guess. I don't necessarily have the weapon made out of TPU for my full ants. Maybe I should, but I don't remember making this that much taller. No, it's fine. That's the point of this. Is I'm supposed to be talking. Uh, I should be better at this. It's not. You don't get to. You don't have to apologize for talking to me. That's kind of the whole point of this whole stream thing, is that you get to talk to me. I don't have a deadline to make this robot anyways. I don't have. It's not signed up for any events. I think the absolute soonest anyone would see this is like July. Um, yeah, maybe I should at least on big. I kind of thought on Bigfoot of using the TPU, but how the lifter on TPU or the lifter on Bigfoot is I don't think having it be. You plan to me? Yeah, I'm gonna have to test it before releasing it because I want it. Otherwise, it kind of if I have to keep because I don't want to have to make changes in order to get it to work. So I'm gonna have to compete with it before I release it. I don't think there's really any way around that. So whether I like to or not, but yeah, it'll see competitions before it's released to the public. But go see, because sometimes you don't know until a fight that something just doesn't work at all. Like I'm obviously not going to hone it to be super competitive, but I don't want it to like not work. It's like doesn't work at all. Like the lifter just immediately breaks. It has to at least be functional. Because otherwise people be like, this is otherwise people won't feel the need um to use it. Also, then I'll want like B-roll for whenever I talk about it and stuff. But that's more later down the. No, that's not what I want. Yeah, because I don't want to make it too good, because that's not really the point of it. But I also don't want actually. What am I? I just had a thought. Sorry. And then, yeah, I don't want to make it too good, but I don't want to make it too because I'm not trying to. This. Delete this. Sorry, because I realized I don't necessarily want this to be. I don't want this actually to be parallel to the ground, but 2 degrees, make that real small. Okay. Like that, it's almost thicker than it needs to be. Do something like that, maybe. Yeah, I was gonna do something with the files that I have laying around. I haven't quite hashed out when I want to do that. Yeah, hopefully, because when I put out the first like the file for it, I want to have there'll be like a video teaching people how to make it for the first thing. But yeah, because there's just a million things steps that I have planned in place for it. There's gonna be probably because I want to use it going beyond like just a plastic ant. Because I'll probably use it to teach other things too. Like then go on to spinner and then from spinner to full ant and then full ant to whatever. Well, it'll always be an ant. I'm not gonna like, yeah. But yeah, because the pull points to coincide with some of my more like educational related content. Now I'm mostly cleaning stuff up. I want to add a chamfer to this. Formulas, maybe? Possibly. Um, that's gonna be later down the road. I might try partnering with someone else to try to make that happen too. Right now, I'm trying to take it one step at a time. Oh, I realize this is gonna collide with the top plate. I need to do something about that. But yeah, I feel like that's part of the goal. Part of the goal is to be able to sell parts, but nope, that's not far enough. But yeah, because I know as soon as I have to like sell the parts, then that's gonna factor into a lot of. That's gonna create a whole bunch of other factors. Because then I'll have to find suppliers for individual parts. And ideally, I wouldn't have to create my own online store, but because then, because I know also know like people don't want one more store they have to go to. Yeah, so I might try to leverage someone who already has a store. And I'm trying to get a following on YouTube so I could have that to leverage, but I'm just trying to remember what I had planned for this. Because it's a long screw that would, like, what was I thinking? I'm gonna need some sort of. I was trying to remember what my plan was for this shaft. This is a really wide boy. I wasn't planning on 3D printing something. That wouldn't work. Um, Most shafts don't get that. Yeah, it definitely. It's been a couple slow months getting to because I like gained a bunch of subscribers and stuff in like this on the last couple 3 months in like November, December. I was like doing pretty well, and then there's just been a fall off for January and February into March. Yeah, it's because I'm also not no, like nobody knows me in the sport other than people in the Midwest. Um, I feel like I'm missing something. Shaft. Well, yeah, I'm obviously missing a shaft. This can't just be nothing. Thing is, they don't make like 40 millimeter long screws. Hmm. Yeah, I've noticed sometimes the kind of hard to see trends, but yeah, I think what some weekends when NHL has stuff going on, it kind of helps. But and I'm hoping when I go to NHL, I can get some. It can go well enough for me that people notice, but that can be asking a lot. And I think what we want to do. No, that's not gonna work. But I don't know. I was kind of thinking of having this be part of the shaft, like having the shaft be coming out of this, but that's gonna be really awkward to 3D print. Oh, RCL finals, yeah. Yeah, that's a little far for me. Yeah, maybe if it wasn't so far away in San Diego and it wasn't such it's also an expensive city, not just, far, but expensive. And cuz like also the problem with the like RCE rankings and whatnot is that like it feels like so arbitrary which events rank for it and which don't, and like I don't think about them when picking out the season. So it's like I don't end up caring that much about the rankings, mostly because I don't remember which events even like helped me get ranking in it. So it's like, oh yeah, the thing. But because it's not like NHRL even is, they don't post what's on there to the RCE stuff. Yeah, I mean, aren't you out west? Because I try to remember if I've seen you in chat before, but um, because if you're a lot closer, then it's much bigger deal. Because I know a lot of a lot of MRCA guys don't go. A lot of MRCA builders don't go. Oklahoma. Oh, that is a ways though. Oklahoma. It's gonna be a hell of a trip. I'm guessing you're flying in then. 'Cause that'd be a long, unless you're all hopping into like a van or bus, going on a road trip. Run out, get a full size van going on west. Hmm. That yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, fly. Yeah. I don't know, because I'm planning on driving to NHRL from Wisconsin, and that's gonna be a ways. Although I'm used to driving pretty far, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's farther than I know from, at least from what my drive that's gonna be to NHRL. Um, let's see some. Ah, yeah, yeah. I'm planning on also doing leading up. I think either immediate released. I'll be making it before NHRL, but I'll either be. I think I'll release it immediately after NHRL, where I actually have everything for Hodag kind of together, not like a compilation, but just being because I made a video about how I made Hodag, and then I'd been talking about the changes. But I think I'll make one video where it's like, this is the Hodag that I brought to NHRL. And instead of just being like, assuming everybody watched up until then, being like, okay, like I'm assuming there's at least going to be a couple new people. So I'll be like, okay, this is the bot that I brought to NHRL. And then I'll talk about, you know, how I did at NHRL. Not so much a hype video, but basically to get people up to speed. It's more of, I'm going to, instead of framing this in a way that is assuming people have been watching, it's like, okay, here's everything up to now. Almost as if it's a new bot, but it's not a new bot. Because a lot of times when I make changes, I just throw it into the say the video of the event. But I think that is something that if it's going to take me long enough to go over everything. I might want to put it in a separate video. Part of me just wants to use regular screws there, but I feel like that's not going to be great. Because I'm trying to think of something. Metal. 3D printed parts. I mean, I guess I could do a 3D print. If I'm doing a 3D printed shaft, I'm going to have to do more than 4 millimeters. So we're going to do that. We're going to do 5 millimeters, a 5 millimeter shaft, but it's going to be 3D printed. Yeah, because you got to like factor in, you have to be where your audience is at sometimes. If you make, if you because I don't really expect people to go back and watch every single video. And I know for like Hodag, or not Hodag, it was Bigfoot that I did a build specific to one, to like a new version. So I've sort of been experimenting with the idea that of having them be the events and recaps being separate. Because it's kind of hard to, because I don't want people to have to watch multiple videos to understand what's going on, but I also, like, some people really like to watch the build part of it, and some people don't care about that and want to watch fights. So it's kind of hard to appease everybody. Did I do? Because I remember I put out a poll a while back about what people wanted, whether people wanted the build and the fights together, but it was like 75% of people wanted me to put them in separate videos, but like less than 20 people actually answered or something like that. It was like very few people answered. I'm like, this is not a very useful amount of people. True. Yeah, that is a way to do it. I think it also depends on how much I change too. I also don't like doing just the fights without commentary. because especially when you consider that, like, I as a builder, like, I feel like in a lot of cases, especially if you go to an event like Norwalk or even RSL, like if you go to an event that is posting their stuff to YouTube, I feel like what I am doing to the video has to be transformative in some way. And so a lot of times I don't feel like I'm adding any value if I just splice all my fights together. Cuz it's in a way it's not really, you know, it's like, oh yeah, you probably could have watched that if you picked apart the stream. I mean, I say that, but I also, like, with my shorts, I have just the fights, but the shorts, I still haven't figured out content. I haven't figured out what works for shorts, though. Yeah, I think it's just hard. It's hard with how small combat robotics is to, like, know what people want because you have such a small sample size. Because also I have to think about what is going to get more people watching combat robotics too. Because I want people to, like, get into combat robotics. So it's like, what do those people want? But also I can't just appeal to those people because then it's not really, because those probably aren't going to be the people that come back every single day. It's going to be the builders, that the other people that are into combat robotics that'll be here every day that show up the most for me. So this is such a goofy part. Because when I try to make my videos, at least maybe not so much for the guide videos, but for a lot of my recaps, I try to, like, figure out what is the story for this event and try to talk about the story. Why am I don't want to say this as an STL. But yeah, I try to tell a story, but I don't think I've quite figured out the, the science to it. Which is goofy idea. Using a 3D printed shaft. You think if I wanted this to be easy to make, I would have done just direct. I also don't want to break people's servos, so I definitely could have, okay, I could have made that bigger. I think I do want to make that bigger because I want it to not explode. Nope, not that. We do that, and then okay, so that feels less silk. Okay, maybe I made a little bit more too, but I feel like it's gonna end up being shorter than that. Or maybe I went too long. No, not the sketch. I need to edit how long it is. Okay, that should work, theoretically. And we just want to make a quick little washer. 3D printed washer, because those always work great. It'll be 3, 9. Probably do 2.5 just to, because I think it'll shrink a little bit. And then also black. And my reasons. Maybe I'll change it. There's also way more parts than I originally thought it was going to be. Oh, it's supposed to be a learning experience, right? I can't. Not learning if I make it entirely too simple, right? Okay, that makes me realize that I might want to push this hole back more. Okay. But okay, I've actually made a lot of progress. I think next week I'm gonna end up adding hardware and doing a discount double check just to make sure everything's in there. But I think I'm mostly done. But I think next, oh, there's gonna I need to clean some stuff up next time. But I think next time we will be just doing a quick discount double. Oh, I need to add. I'll add forks too. Do a double check on everything, and then we'll start the. What am I trying to say? Then do the spinner version because I want to work on them simultaneously. Both the spinner version and this version. That way, what am I trying to say? That way they both, I don't have to like run an event with the lifter without having catted up any of the other one and then trying to like make a round peg fit into a square hole. I both make them mesh together from the start. Because part of part of the vision is like, you got 2 kids and both Timmy and Sally, maybe one of them has the lifter and the older one has the spinner. And that way they can share parts. I don't know. Because I don't really envision it being like, oh yeah, I'm going to be a spinner in this fight and a lifter in this fight. Even though based on MRCA rules and rules of a lot of events, it would. What the hell is this song? I don't like it. There, turn that off. But yeah. I think I'll call it for tonight. And thanks for tuning in.